So welcome, coach, and welcome to the Monday Breakthrough Lab. Tonight, we are stepping into the level of coaching that separates the transformational coach from the average coach. And this is emotional leverage. This will be crucial for you. So I want you to pay attention, because here's the truth. Information does not change people. Emotions do. A client can understand everything about reset and still remain stuck. But the moment emotion shifts, behavior follows. So your role is not just to guide the client's thinking. Your role is to shift their emotional certainty. And so today, we are going to dive deeper than the service level coaching. We are going to train how to create internal pressure and internal pull at the same time, so that your client can make the decisions that they need to make, and make those decisions an absolute must. Because sometimes you will find clients that say they want to change, but internally they don't want to change. They don't really want to change. But they come to your session, even pay you, but deep inside, they are not ready for change. Question is, how can you make change an absolute must? Because you don't want to be the coach that people come and see and then remain the same. That's not a good marketing for you, and it's not good for you and your business. You want to be the coach where everyone stops. And if anyone visits, they know that this is the one stop for all my coaching needs. This is not the place I go and then keep looking for coaches. This is where everything stops. You want to be that kind of a coach. That's why we have this session today. So before we begin, if you are ready and you are ready to dive to this level of coaching, I want you to type on the comment section, I create change, on the comment section. Let me see. On the comment section, type there, I create change. Let's make this commitment. By the way, remember, if you just sit and listen to me, you only get 7%. It's been proven, scientifically, if you just listen, you get 7% if you're lucky. But if you participate and make sure every question you engage, then you get at least 93%. I mean, what a shift from 7% to 93%. And it's because of just simple participation. Because you want to understand how the mind works. The moment you engage, your nervous system is alert, and you're like, some of the shift, you not even notice what is happening. When it happens, you just find yourself changing and becoming the kind of a coach that you wish to become. On the comment section, let me see. I create change on the comment section. Very good. Well done. I create change. That's your commitment. That is your contract with your higher self. Because if you're the kind of a coach that is sick of ordinary living and want to help people shift their life, you just get sick of people coming to see you and then walk off the same way. It's just sickening for you. I want you to type there, I create change. And as you do that, you're making an agreement with yourself, with your higher self, to play at a higher standard. So, yes, let them come. Comment down, I create change. Let me see who is stepping into real coaching authority tonight. Let me see on the comment section. Keep them coming. I'm waiting for everyone to comment. Everyone. Yes. Now, the first segment of our engagement today is about the truth about why people don't change. Okay? How come someone can keep coming to see you and remain the same? Okay, coach, let me give you a principle. People do not just change when they should. People change when they must. Underline the word must. People don't change because I should change. If someone tells you, oh, this year I should change. That's why the New Year resolutions never work, because people are shooting all over themselves. They are not serious about change. They wish they could change, but they are not serious. Anyone that makes change an absolute must, change happens. Do your research. Change always happens when any human being makes change a must. And anyone can change. It doesn't matter how bad they're doing. There's no one that can't change. I know there are people who just think, oh, this one cannot change. Only the blood of Jesus can wash them. Yes, we need the blood of Jesus. But I tell you this, anyone can change. Anyone can change. It doesn't matter how lost they are. It doesn't matter which pit of hell they have fallen into. Anyone can change. And by the way, as a coach, if you don't believe people can change, you are denying yourself powerful leverage in coaching, because a great coach must believe in human potential, and you must believe in people's ability to change. And you need to understand that anyone can change. The only thing that they have not received is good enough emotional leverage. Emotional leverage. Emotional leverage. That's what we need for us to change. We must feel deep inside that change is a must. I'm sick and tired of this. Then you're ready for change. People only change when they must change. Sometimes God makes it a must for you to change. It's interesting. Sometimes in this life, when you just pretend that you don't need the change, or you just bury your head on the sand, what happens? God or the universe just makes change a must for you. And when it's a must, you will move. There's a very interesting story a friend of mine told me. And it's a story of two friends, and one owned a dog. He owned a dog, and his friend visited him. The one without a dog visited him in the morning and found his dog mourning and crying, and it's like, what's wrong with your dog? And the owner of the dog was like, the dog has been sitting on a nail since morning. The break of Caesar woke up, that dog has been sitting on a nail. So the neighbor, the friend who didn't have a dog, was asking, okay, why can't it move? The owner gave a very classic answer. Maybe it's not painful enough. The guy will move when it's painful enough. That's really a classic example of what happens in our life, especially when we are sitting on a nail. It could be in your relationships. It could be in your finances. It could be in just the way you do your coaching. If you're just average, you're feeling pain, but there's no threshold of pain, you can be seated there for a long time. Now, this is what people call being stuck. What people are calling being stuck is really pain, but the pain has not gotten to the threshold of pain needed for change. And so you stay there. You stay in the same sick job, sick relationship. Things are the same. And you sit there and no change, because you don't make change a must. Coach, listen. This coaching at D.L.C is not the sign board kind of training where you just learn something to go and help people who need help. No. Here we begin change with you. You have to begin the change yourself. You have to look within and ask yourself, what nail am I sitting on that I still convince myself, I'm okay. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? I'm okay, coach. I'm okay. Now, I don't take I'm okay, really, because I know many people are just walking around just saying, oh, I should change, but I'm okay. I should change, but I'm okay. And you just talk the same. I should change the way I talk, but I'm okay. I should, but I'm okay. You are not okay because you are either growing or dying. So if you're telling yourself you're okay, you're dying, my friend. It's only a matter of time when life will just thrash you out of where you're seated right now and make change a must. Now, this is the prayer I make to God. I tell God, oh, please, Lord, you don't have to push me. I can do this. Let me do this. Let me do that. I don't need pushing. You know, some of us need encouragement from God. And God has resources, by the way, to push you. He can use anything. He can use anything. Sometimes even some things we would not wish on anyone, like sicknesses. And because God is asking you to make a change that is a must for you, but you see it as a should, until it's a must, then you're going to the gym without encouragement. You don't need motivation. You don't need anyone to psych you. Oh, I need to listen to T.D. Jakes or, Tony Robbins or maybe Jeff, and I'll be motivated to go. You don't need motivation. Motivation is for weak people. You're strong enough to take the actions that you must take. If you're the kind of person that waits to be pushed around, then you are going to collect so much trauma, because by the time all those pushes will be wounds. Every push is a wound, and it leaves you with so many unnecessary scars. Why don't we just listen and obey and move and make change a must? Because as long as the brain believes that it can tolerate the current situation, it will not move. You will stay the same. Excuse me. And you continue to tell yourself the same story. The brain keeps the same. Your life remains the same, even if it's painful, even if it is limiting, even if it's costing you a lot. If you don't make it a must, and like I said in my latest book, you tell yourself it stops here, nothing is going to change. And you see, as a coach, like I said, we cannot be signboards. We have to let transformation happen within ourselves so we can help other people through experience. And so this session is for you. This session actually is not for your client. This is for you. So I want you to understand that the mind has to reach a perspective of change is a must for me. And you don't have to go through real pain. Remember, this is neuro-associated pain. It's not the real pain. People that change, smart people don't require the real. They don't need to go through fire. No, they just need to have a perception of fire, that they actually, the path you're on is leading to a very challenging destination. That is called wisdom. And the Bible says if you need wisdom, you can ask. Wisdom is when you move without having to move, like it's a must for you to move. Make it a must for you to move before it's a must for you to move. Another friend of mine told me, humble yourself or you will be humbled. Be humble or you will be humbled. That's when life makes it a must for you to change. My friend, you're not different. Life works the same for all of us. We are the same. We have the same brain actually as human beings. The same way of thinking, the same human needs. It's only that we tell ourselves we are different to feel significant. We are the same. And so unless you make it painful for you to be where you are today, you keep telling yourself you're okay. And, I'm fine. I'm fine. And if you have a client that you keep telling, they keep telling you are fine and you agree with them, you're not serving them. We are not here to be fine. We accept either a yes or no. The Bible is very clear. Let your yes be yes. Let your no be no. There's no maybe. There's no maybe. There's no maybe for you. There's no maybe in coaching. Or maybe I can change. No, you won't change and you can't change unless you say, I must change. Let me see on the comment section. Type there, I must change on the comment section. Let me see people that are making a decision to move before they are moved. People are making a decision to be humble before they are humbled. Because God is committed to your change, my friend. And He gives you the grace to use all the resources He has given you before He can move you. And He has so many resources to make it a must for you. Be wise. Move. Make a move. Let me see on the comment section. I commit to change on the comment section. Yes, yes, yes. Well done. I can see people mean business here. And you can see when you look at the comments, you are not alone. People are making this a high calling because it is. People are making this a must, as though their life depends on it because it does. Okay? So, remember the reason we stay on the comfort zone is because the brain is wired for comfort. Your mind wasn't created to give you success and growth. If you wait for an okay from your mind to tell you, oh, now, Jeff, you can do it, it will never happen. Your mind is always craving comfort. Your mind doesn't crave growth. Your mind is always craving comfort. And you remain with the same level of thinking if you don't push yourself beyond your thinking. And so don't wait for an okay from your mind. Oh, I'm waiting to feel okay. My friend, you will never change. You remain the same. You move when you don't feel like. You move when it's challenging to move. You move. We talked about courage in the last session. That's why we need courage. Courage to move when you don't feel like moving. That's when change becomes an absolute must. Make it a must for you. I must change. The brain is wired for comfort. I want you to know that. The brain is not working for you. Your mind can be your worst enemy because your mind is always looking for leadership from you. If you don't give it leadership, it's going to look around. Okay, it's going to wait to be pushed. And when it feels it's a must, because the mind always doesn't like pain. The mind likes comfort. So when you make it painful for you to change, it will never change. But when you make it painful for you to stay the same, it will change immediately like this, like a miracle. Make it painful for you to remain the same. Some of us are making it painful for us to change. So we look for the reasons. They say, oh, if I change, people dislike me. I mean, who cares? By the way, people are so busy with their own issues, they don't even know you exist. Some of those people you think, they care about you. If you change, they don't even think about you. You need to prioritize yourself and think about yourself and think about if you don't change, nothing else changes. So that's why people stay in the same cycles over and over again, because their mind is craving what? Comfort. So you stay in those draining relationships. You avoid important conversations that are maybe uncomfortable, but they are a must for you. Go have that conversation this week. Maybe there's someone you must talk to, but you've not been talking to. It's painful to talk to them. But do you know, you're just making it painful to talk to them. It's painful for you to remain the same. Because if you don't, then you remain the same. Your relationship remains the same. It's time to swallow your pride, humble yourself, and make the call. Make the call. You know, some of us say, oh, I'm a procrastinator. I procrastinate. This ends tonight. Maybe there's an action, a proposal, a business proposal you've been postponing, because I want you to understand you're not just doing this. And you're not just doing this because you are nice. By the way, no one cares about you being nice. This world, nice people always finish last, by the way. And I want you to understand why. Because if you don't push yourself outside the comfort zone to where the game is being played, the game is played outside the comfort zone, where you feel fear and do it anyway, where you feel shame and do it anyway, where you don't wait to feel good. You know, I'm waiting to feel good. You never grow. You remain the same person, the same guy. Talk about the same things. You always talk about the same story over and over again, because nothing is changing. You are addicted to the comfort zone. You are an addict. In fact, you need to go through the 12 steps of addiction recovery, because some of us think addiction is just for people in drugs. We are addicted to the comfort zone. We think, oh, people will not like me. Life happens outside the comfort zone. Life happens when you decide to dance with fear. You decide to dance with shame. Whatever it is, take action. Whether you are ashamed or afraid or whatever, so what? Step out. Make the call for your ideal client, or they'll reject me. You're not the first one. They'll crucify me. So what? Even the King of Kings was crucified. Keep moving. You need to make the call, make it a must. The call of destiny must be a must, and only you can make it a must. But if you stay in that nice comfort zone, you're going to suffer nicely, because the comfort zone is a graveyard. This is how we bury our dreams. This is how we make ordinary people. We keep them in the comfort zone, then we bury them. Don't let yourself be buried in the comfort zone. So, if you're not emotionally activated and you can feel, I'm tired of this, it will not happen. So let me ask you, let's engage a deeper level of coaching here. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever delayed something important to you, even when you knew it mattered to you? You just delayed it. Let me see on the comment section. Yes, on the comment section. Type yes if you've ever delayed something. You know it's important to you, but you just, maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'm not ready. And then you told yourself a story. Very nice story that everyone around you understand. By the way, some of us need to leave the friends around us, especially those who understand us so quickly. They just tell you tell them, oh, I'm depressed. You say, I understand. They always understand you. They never challenge you. They always tell you, oh, I understand. Oh, I'm dying. I understand. They always understand you in your wickedness and in your things that drown you. Now, you need people that understand you in your progress. People that really push you. And I'm telling you this, I don't like being pushed. we don't. No one does. But hey, it is necessary for growth. If you are addicted to growth like I am, you have to allow yourself be pushed. Let me see on the comment section. Have you ever delayed an important thing that you know is important? You know it matters to you, but you just delayed. Let me see. Yes, 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 yes. At least I'm dealing with honest people, which is a recipe for transformation. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to type one thing you have been postponing lately. One thing. Be honest. One thing you have been postponing lately. Let me see. on the comment section. Just one thing. Yes. Be honest with yourself. Don't overthink it. The first thing that comes to your mind, one thing you have been postponing lately that matters to you, but you've been postponing lately. One thing you've been postponing lately that matters to you. Be honest. Yes. Yes. This is part of your coaching, coach. This is part of your coaching. One thing that you have been postponing that matters to you on the comment section. Yes. Yes. Now, I want you to really feel this. How long has this been repeating? Be honest on the comment section. How long? Let me see. How long has this been repeating? It could be weeks. Let me see how many weeks on the comment section. I want us to really be honest with ourselves and to learn to be honest with ourselves so we can make change an absolute must. For how long? How many weeks? How many months? Maybe for the last, I don't know, how many months? Let me see on the comment section. How many years? How many years? Let me see. Be honest with yourself. And the more you participate, the more you type it, the more you release it from yourself, the more you expose it. You know, it's interesting the way shame works, because some of us, we don't share because we think we are different. No. In fact, the more authentic you are, the more you become a leader. Let me tell you a secret. One of the biggest emotions that holds us back from our greatest potential is called shame. Shame. And we are ashamed because we think we are different from other people, and we think we fear. We are ashamed because we fear. Shame is a variant of fear, and it's the worst of the variants of fear because it's like the lowest vibrational frequency on the planet. And so we hide because we are ashamed. We don't want to tell the full truth. If you want to change, be shameless. Do you know how shameless you need to be for you to attain your full potential? You need to be shameless. I want you to train yourself to be shameless. Shameless. Totally shameless. I know there's some of us who think shameless is a negative thing. No, it's actually the most positive thing you can ever be. Shameless. Because the more shame you have, the more hurting and wounded you're going to be, and the less powerful you're going to be as a coach. Be shameless. Okay, let me see. How many years? How many months? Yes. Now, this is what we call low leverage. The pain is present, but it is not enough to force change. That's why you've not changed for all those days, for all those months, for all those years. That's why you've not changed for all those weeks. It's because you have low leverage. Now, when you're working with a client and they're not changing, it's not because you're not good as a coach. It's not because you're not a master coach. No, it's because you are applying low leverage. And all of us are tempted to apply low leverage. But I want you to see it in your own personal life so that you can help other people. So the pain is present, yes, but the pain is not strong enough. That is the first challenge of emotional leverage, when the pain is not strong enough. So what do we do? Okay, step number one, amplify the pain of staying the same. Amplify the pain. If you don't amplify, and I'm talking about amplify, don't wait for the pain to be real. Like someone has a knife on your heart. Like someone is telling you you're fired. No, make perceived pain real. Amplify it until you can feel it in your nervous system. Amplify it. Ask yourself, what's the worst case scenario? This is where the shift begins. This is where we begin to shift. We begin to make change a must. As a coach, you must help your client feel the real pain, even though it's not real right now. You make them feel the real pain right now, not the service level cost, the real cost. So you do this by asking questions that expand their awareness, their imagination. So let's do this together. Okay, so take the thing that you wrote on the comment section that you've been postponing, and for weeks, for months, for days, it doesn't matter. And now answer this question. What is this costing you right now? Let me see on the comment section. What is it costing you right now? Type one cost in the comment section. What has it costed you? Let's go. Time, opportunities, money. Let's feel it. Now this time I want you to feel it. Don't just type. Let's move from cognitive pain. Let's go to emotional pain. What has it really costed you? Money, peace, confidence, opportunities. Let me see on the comment section. Time, respect. Yes. Let me see on the comment section. Let's go. On the comment section. Yes. What has it costed you already? What has it been costing you for that long? For those months, for those years, what has it been costing you? Now let's go deeper. What has this costed you in the past? In the past, up to today, what has it costed you? Missed chances, missed opportunities, lost income. What has it costed you? Broken trust, broken relationship, delayed growth. What has it costed you? Type it below. What has it costed you already? Because I want us to, there are some people, the leverage is in the past, but there are some people, the leverage is in the present. There are some people, the leverage is in the future. So I want you to do this with your client. Don't just ask them one-sided leverage. Go to the past, present, and the future. So let's go deeper now. Ask yourself this question. If nothing changes, what will this cost you in the next 3 years? If nothing changes, if you remain the same and you continue, the months become years, the next 3 years, the years add into 3 more years. What will it cost you in the next 3 years? Now, I want you to type one word that describes the future for you if you don't change. And don't just give me that motivational talk and look that says, I know I will change. Jeff, I promise you. No, I've heard that story many times. There are people who promise me and swear by their mother's grave, their father's grave, that they are going to change, and they have not changed. They are still the same. They say, oh, Jeff, leave this to me. I swear, yeah. I swear, yeah. When you just say swear in a way that you mean business. I swear, yeah. I'm going to do it. Tomorrow you wake up the same person. Nothing has happened. Why? You did not hit the correct leverage. Let me see. One word. And some of us are scared of the pain so much. We say, oh, I bind that. I refuse it in Jesus. I don't want to think about the future being like that. Not me, not me, not me. 10 years later, you call me and you're still the same person. That's painful, not just for you, but also for me. Let me see. One word in the next 3 years. If nothing changes, what is the one word that describes how your life is? Let me see on the comment section. Stuck, regret, stressed, loss, failure, death. Let me see. What is the worst, one word that describes the worst experience that happens in the next 3 years if nothing changes? Let me see on the comment section. Now, I want you to feel that. I want you to feel it. I don't just want you to be. Today, we are moving from cognitive leverage to emotional leverage. How does that feel? I want you to feel it. I want you to really feel it. I want you to feel it so bad that you're lifting yourself out of your seat. You can't sit anymore. You can feel the fire on your seat. You can't sit anymore. you can't sit anymore. You can feel the fire. I want you to feel it. Don't escape it. Feel it. Don't bind it in Jesus' name. Feel it. Because this is what most people avoid. And they give themselves the pep talk. No, I know, not me. I know myself, Jeff. I know myself. Yeah, right. You've known yourself and things have not changed. Don't give me that talk. Tell me what will happen if you don't change, because there is a possibility. If this has been the same for the last 1 month, the last 1 year, the last 3 years, it can remain the same for the next 3 years. It's possible. If it has been the same for the last 7 days, you can actually be the same for the next 3 years. Give me one word. And I want you to feel that word you've written down. Don't minimize it. Feel it. In fact, magnify it. Feel it. Feel it. Don't escape from it. Feel the full wrath and power of that word. This is what most people don't want their clients to experience, because they want to be nice coaches. They are the feel-good coaches. They want them to feel good. People are not looking for motivational speakers. And motivational speakers are paid less than 10K for a session, for an intervention, because people just want to be, motivation is not worth even that a lot. For 12 sessions, 10K. That means 1K an hour, because motivation is free. You can just click on a video and you get motivated. But motivation means nothing. Motivation is like soap. It's like taking a shower. You always need to take a shower. You always need the soap. Take the shower. Motivation is like taking a shower. You always need it. And so you're just lying to yourself that this is permanent. But what we are talking about here is permanent change. You don't need motivation. You need the truth. Tell yourself the truth, my friend. What is going to happen if you don't change? You remain the same. Let me see on the comment section. What is going to happen the next 3 years? I want you to feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Even though this is where most people avoid, this is where shift happens. This is where change happens. This is where change begins. The reason most people don't change is because they never reach here. They reach a place and then, motivation. Let me look for motivation. Jeff, I didn't know this course is this hard. I didn't know it's hard even to raise my fee. So you're looking for motivation and you tell her, I'll do this when I can. My friend, be honest with yourself. You don't really want it. You don't really want it. This is not for people that are just do it when they can, or I do it when I can. I do it when it's easy. Let me wait until I'm easy, Jeff. I'm cramped with so many responsibilities. Who isn't, my friend? Who isn't? Who isn't? If I give you my life, what will you say? If I give you just the way it is, what will you say? You're talking about being busy, my friend. You don't know what you're talking about. People are busy, but they are never too busy to change, because change is the fuel of life. Change is the fuel. You can't be so busy. You're in the journey and you're saying, I'm so busy, I can't stop and fuel. My friend, that car will stall on the highway, and then you call it stuck. Make change an absolute must. Make it a must. Now, when the cost is too high, when the price is too high, she like, oh no, this price is too high. That's when you must change. The cost is too high. I want you to type this in the comment section. Type, this cost is too high. Then you're ready for change. If you're ready for change, I want you to type there, this cost is too high. The price I'm paying is too high. This cost is too high. Let me see on the comment section. This cost is too high. Yes, this cost is too high. Then you're ready for change. Don't wait for when things are easy. No, it's a high cost. That's why I told you the entry to coaching, the door is wide open. Anyone can become a coach. But the entry now to becoming a master coach, the door narrows down like a funnel like this. So you can be 1,000 coaches. Maybe you got started this year. But those that will make the cut, the door goes like this. Make sure you pass through. And do you know the people that will pass through are the ones that make change a must? They have no space for excuses. No, you have a cold. So what? You're doing it. You know, you wake up and your body says no. So what? You lead your body. You lead your body. You wake up and you have 0 friends. So what? You do it alone. You wake up and they leave you. They reject you. So what? You're not the first one. Keep moving. Keep moving. Listen, coach. When the brain clearly sees the cost, it begins to reject the old pattern. It begins to say no to the old pattern. And this is where you begin to build emotional desire for the new identity. When you can say, the cost is too much. No, I can't continue like this. This cost is too much. This cost is too much. Until your client gets there, you've not begun the journey of transformation. They have not begun the journey of transformation. And as long as they're just saying, oh, that's nice, that's powerful, the journey has not begun. As long as you're saying, oh, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice, Jeff. This is nice. You have not hit your threshold until you can say, oh, Jeff, I don't like you. Jeff, I don't like you. This is tough. This is tough. Now we are talking. Now we are talking. Now you're beginning to unleash a version of you you've never seen. You're beginning to invite the new identity. You're building emotional desire for the new identity. That's step number 2, is to build emotional desire for the new identity. You begin to desire to be the new person. And now there's no pressure anymore. We are shifting from pressure to pull, because the new identity is pulling you. Because the pain, the perception of pain, it can push you. But the vision of your ideal self can pull you. Some of us are waiting for the pain that pushes us. We are waiting for the pain to push us because we can't really see. We don't have the vision of our true identity. The vision is not clear. So, as a coach, you must create emotional connection to the new future, the new identity, emotional connection to the new identity. That's when you can you can say no without even trying. You're like, no, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. I'm not the kind of a coach that does that. Now you are inviting the new identity. I'm not the kind of a man that does that. I'm not the kind of a woman that does that. Change is happening now. You're creating emotional connection with your future self. Excuse me. So now we ask, if this problem was completely solved, the one you wrote down, if right now the problem is completely solved, what would my life look like? Now I want you to take a moment because I want you to feel. I want you to visualize. How does your life look like if this is completely over? Right now. Over. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. With your eyes closed, I want you to visualize you as the new identity. Visualize your income. See, feel, touch. Visualize your energy. Visualize your confidence, your relationships, the love, the joy, the confidence, the courage, the income, your health and fitness. Yes, see it. And after you see it, I want you to open your eyes, go on the comment section. I want you to write one word that describes what you saw. One word only that describes the future for you. This is where you declare the future. This is where you unleash the prophet, the miracle worker within you. Declare your future. How does your future look like? Your leadership. What is the one word that describes your future? It could be freedom. It could be leadership. It could be confidence. It could be peace. It can be power. It can be clarity, expansion, growth. Let me see on the comment section. Let me see on the comment section. What is that one word that describes your future? Yes, yes. Let's see on the comment section. Now let's even take it deeper. How do you feel waking up as that version of you? How does that feel? Waking up as that version of you. Let me see on the comment section. How does that feel? Remember, today we are doing emotional leverage. How does that feel to wake up as that version of you? How does it feel? Lovely, joyful, certain, bold, pride. You know, you feel self-pride. Yes. Write it down. How does that feel? Feel it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm cheering you. How does it feel? Something is happening within you that you have no idea. There's a shift happening right now as you emotionally connect with your ideal self. Let's go. How does it feel? Now, answer this question. How would people experience you differently? How would people experience you differently? Maybe more respect, maybe more trust, more influence. Let me see on the comment section. How would people How would people experience you differently when you are that version of you? Let me see on the comment section. Yes, yes, that's what you're becoming. That's what you're becoming. That's who you are. That's the real you. That's the real you. Let me see on the comment section. Yes, yes. Now I want you to look at those comments. Some of us, you can see what you wanted to write has been written. No shame. Just say yes, me too, and type it. The same thing. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, coach. No shame. No shame. Now, coach, this is what I call emotional attraction. The brain begins to move towards that vision of your highest version without force, without forcing it. The brain begins to move you there. Now, I want you to bring both sides together because this is where leverage takes root. I want you to show your brain the two realities at once. The brain can see the cost, the price you're going to pay if you remain the same, and then the reward of becoming your new self. How you're going to feel if you become your new self. I want you to do it at once. You can see it, the pain, you can see the pleasure, the pain and the pleasure. And then ask yourself a question here that creates the decision. Because if you're working with a client through this process, because I want you this week to work with your practice partner through the same process, you have to ask this question, the question of decision. Because someone can see the pain and the pleasure and still decide to remain there. So let me ask you a direct question. Between the life you are tolerating right now and the life you just described, which one is worth of you? Which one is worth of you? Let me see. Type new life in the comment section if you choose the new version of you. On the comment section, type there, new life. Yes, new life, new life, new life. Between the life you've been living and the life you've envisioned, which one do you choose? This is a decision point. If you go through a coaching session and you don't come to a decision, the coaching session is not complete. Always let the client make a decision, a choice between staying the same and the new life. Let me see on the comment section. What are you choosing? New life, new life, new life. Okay, now another question. Is staying the same still acceptable? Is staying the same still acceptable to you? Let me see. Type no in the comment section if that's your answer. Or yes, if you want to continue the same. Is staying the same still acceptable for you? No, no, no. Mean it. Type it only when you mean it. No, no, no. Now, coach, listen. This moment right here creates internal conflict. And internal conflict is what forces a decision. Internal conflict is where we must step into a decision activation. So now we move to commitment, because we can say you've decided, but it's just a wish. A decision actually means cut off every other option. A decision must be moved to commitment, because clarity without commitment changes nothing. You're just clear, but you're not committed. You're just clear. And by the way, majority of the human population they are clear. They are clear. They are clear on what they need to do, but they don't do it. Decision is the bridge between awareness and action. You must decide. So now I want you to type on the comment section, I decide. Let me see on the comment section. I decide. I decide on the comment section. Let me see. I decide. Very good. I decide. Yes. Well done. I decide. Yes. Well done. Now, I want you to complete this sentence. I decide that I'm no longer available for dash. I want us to make a decision, a commitment today. I decide that I am no longer available for, then you write the thing that has been repeating. I'm no longer available for procrastination, avoidance, fear. I'm no longer available. Mteja hapatikani. The mobile subscriber cannot be reached. I am no longer available for dash. Let me see. Write it down. I'm no longer available for fear, excuses, inconsistency. Maybe you're always inconsistent. People cannot trust you. Now make a commitment. I'm no longer available for inconsistency. Let me see. What are you no longer available for? Very good. Yes, I'm loving this. Very good. You will never be the same again. You will never be the same again as you make this commitment. I'm no longer available for. Now, I want you to share that with your practice partner after this session. Send them a message. Or if you don't know their phone number on our WhatsApp group, I want you to go and type there and, call them out their name and say, Jeff, I am no longer available for my excuses. I'm no longer available for inconsistency. From today on, in fact, write the date. Go on the coach's WhatsApp group and type there, from today on, and write today's date. I'm no longer available for dash. I'm no longer available for dash. And make sure you tag your practice partner. Let them know. Let them keep you accountable. We are doing this together, and we are doing it. It's a must. We are leaving no one behind. We are doing it together. Let's do this. Now, very good. Now I want you to complete this sentence. I decide that I am now the kind of person who dash. Let me see. I decide I am now the kind of person who dash. I'm the kind of person who does what? Very good. Fill the blank. I decide right now. I am now the kind of person who dash. Yes. Complete that sentence. Write it on your coaching book. Make that decision right now. I decide I'm no longer available for this. I'm now the kind of person who dash. Let me tell you what you are doing here, in case you haven't gotten the memo. What you're doing here, coach, this is identity level decision you're making. And I really want you to anchor that decision. In fact, the next step, after now you declare and say, this is, I'm not available for this. This is who I am. I want you to anchor that decision. And you can only do that with action. So now let's lock it in, because decision without action just fades away after some time. So I want to ask you the final question. What action will prove this decision is real today? Not tomorrow, right now. What action will prove this decision is real? I want you to make a new action I know last week you took an action. Today, you take another one. What action makes this decision real? That this is not just a talk. This is not just a training on Monday practice labs at D.L.C. No, this is real. This is life-changing for me. Write it down. Make the call. Send that text message. Start that coaching business. Call your practice partner. Start that plan. Have the conversation. Take the first step. I want you to type that action on the comment section. Let me see on the comment section as we bring this to a close. Because action is what seals your identity. If you don't take action, you remain the same. Okay. Let's take a deep breath together. Hold it. Out through the mouth. Well done. Now, let us bring this together. When a client comes to you stuck, don't rush into solutions. I want you to build emotional leverage. Increase the pain. The pain of staying the same must be so much that they never want to stay the same. But also increase the desire for change. Increase the desire for immediate change. Not change in the future, immediate change right now. That's what creates that internal conflict for them to make the decision right now. Then you anchor the decision with action. This is how breakthrough happens. This is how we do breakthrough coaching. So let me ask you a question. Which part of this process will you apply immediately? I give you some 4 parts of the process. 1 is pain. The pain. Number 2, the vision for the future, or the pleasure of the vision for the future. Number 3, the decision. The decision. Number 4, action. What is it that you're going to, which part of the process are you going to apply immediately? Type it on the comment section. Let me see. Type it on the comment section. Let me see. Yes. Yes. Well done. Well done. Well done, coach. So you're doing it. Here's the truth, coach. People change when emotion becomes undeniable. It's undeniable. The pain of staying the same becomes undeniable. We can never, things can't remain business as usual. When staying the same is no longer acceptable and becoming the new you becomes necessary. That's when people change. And right there, that's what we call emotional leverage. So you're not here to agree with your clients' excuses. You're here to elevate their standards. And for this week, let me give you an assignment for this week. So I want you to use emotional leverage with your practice partner and one of your clients. It could be a family member, but I want you to use emotional leverage with them. Do not rush. Go through the 4 elements of emotional leverage: the pain, the pleasure, the pleasure of the vision of the future, and the decision and action. And as you do that, don't rush. Let them feel the cost. and help them see the pleasure of the future, of the version of the future, and guide them to a decision. And then make sure you end the session with an action. Anchor the identity shift with an action. And I'm looking forward to see the kind of breakthroughs you're creating with the people around you. God bless.